So what happens when we choose to accept Jesus' invitation to follow him? Accepting his sacrifice on the cross and accepting that he did raise from the dead and that he is God. Well, he doesn't leave us alone anymore. He doesn't leave us to fight off the temptations of the world and the sin that we still have to deal with. He sends somebody called the Holy Spirit that will help us and transform us into the people he's called us to be. And the Holy Spirit does three things whenever he enters into our lives. First, he reveals the truth to us. He reveals the truth of our sin. He reveals the truth of who Jesus is and our need for him. And that's even before we get saved. So this whole process of trying to find Jesus is led by the Holy Spirit as he reveals the truth of who Jesus is to us. And then once we do accept Jesus' invitation, he begins the work of what's called sanctification, which basically means he's starting to purify us and remake us back into the original image that he had created us to be, perfect and morally good, instead of all this corruption that we have inside of us. So that's the process of sanctification the Holy Spirit begins to bring us through as we submit to his leadership and his will. And then the third thing that the Holy Spirit do as we surrender to him is he begins to empower us to be the better witnesses, the best version of ourselves that Jesus wants us and calls us to be. In Acts 1:8, Jesus says that you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you to be the better witnesses for my kingdom and for my glory. So if you want to be the best version of yourself, all you need to do is accept Jesus and allow the Holy Spirit begin this work inside of your heart.